Alright guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be doing the 5-piece accessories for the Divinity, the Money, and for the Rune Flame sets. Since everyone's been asking me to do this, we've done it, burnt the way. We've tested a lot of inscriptions, and I found the one that did the most consistent damage. That's what we'll be using for today's test. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know at the end of the video. But this is probably going to be the last Magiblade video. Next, we're going to move on to other classes. So next one after this will be the Bounty Hunter, and then most likely followed by the Berserker. Thank you. Let's go right into the damage testing. Alright, so first we are going to be testing this 5-piece trinket set here for the Sunflame. I'll do a quick scroll just so you can read the attributes or pause it. Let's go to the braces. We have the ring. And we have the seal. And then we have finally the talisman. And then if you didn't read earlier, this is going to be the 5-piece set that we're running. So we're going to have all of this active. And then as our side stats on this side, strap that down, strap that down. We're going to be having this with the full set. This is going to be also included because of our inscription. So damage bonus goes all the way to 90% with inscriptions. Same to damage to bosses. This is what we're running for inscription. We're running superior technique level 9, so we can get the additional damage and casting damage to bosses plus 20%. We're going to be running destruction, so we can get extra damage bonus. So once I start attacking, this is going to start stacking. We're going to get extra 25% damage bonus on top of this 90. We're going to be running challenger for the damage to bosses. Unbreakable. So this is going to give us extra damage with our HP over 80%. We're going to be running attribute master so we can gain all attribute attack, and we're going to have all attribute enhanced bonus. Extraordinary technique for my blinding silhouette for additional hits. We're going to be running suppress again for more damage bonus. Quenching for additional damage. And we're going to use adaptive technique just because I was missing one. It's going to give us an additional 4%. Of course, when we get our gear to level 70 and accessories, we can buff these all up. But for now, we're running full 65. It's going to be a continuation of the rest of the sets we're going to be using. Everything will be gear level 18. We're going to use the same inscriptions on each gear. And weapon will also be level 65 plus 22.
Shadow Annihilation!
Alright, so for the second damage test, we are going to be running the 5-piece of the demonic set. I'll give you a quick scroll down, and you can read what the demonic set will do. Feel free to pause and read. Again, we've kept the inscriptions completely the same. So let's go ahead and give this a test. All right, so for the last test we're going to do, we're going to be using the Divinity set, which is going to be based around your resonance and fast high burst damage when you're in resonance. So again, I'll give it a little info here and feel free to pause and read. There you go. And you can also see the 5-piece effect right here as well. So we're going to have lots of resonance energy, lots of fast regain on the resonance. We're going to have burst damage into the resonance. So everything's going to be based around resonance. So I have also changed the inscription to include the resonance inscription. We're going to run this at max for the recharge rate, damage during resonance, resonance duration, and when outside of resonance, we gain quarter of the damage bonus granted by the resonance itself. Let's go ahead and give this one a try. All right, let's also do a quick damage test if we run the same inscriptions as before, as we've done the last two sets. So we're going to remove in Resonance and bring in Challenger back up to max. We're ultimately bringing Unbreakable back in.
Blade Shadow Annihilation! When the mind goes, my blade follows! Blade
All right, so finally finished. Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it to the end, you can go ahead and choose the set you want to build for based off of the results we've shown today. I did show one inscription, which is going to be the fundamentals. It does boost blinding silhouette damage quite a lot. So if you are like me and do enjoy using blinding silhouette, you can potentially put that in pieces. I'm probably not going to do it now, but once we get the level 70 and we can add the additional 2 in, I'm probably going to slot the fundamental one in. But for now, I think these were the most consistent inscriptions I used on the tests. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already.